Next up is Senator Blumenthal.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Welcome to all of you, and congratulations on your nomination. Ms. King, are you familiar with a letter that I sent to you, joined by Senator Markey, day before yesterday, regarding keyless ignition systems and the deaths that they are causing around the country?
Yes, and thank you for that.
As you're aware, the New York Times has reported that there have been at least, I underscore at least, 28 deaths and 45 injuries linked to carbon monoxide poisoning due to these keyless ignition systems. Drivers leave the cars running, taking the key with them, and the engine continues to operate, literally poisoning them. I'd like your commitment that NHTSA will launch an investigation into all of these 28 deaths and any others that may have occurred.
Senator, we actually may have some materials on some of those. As you know, it's heartbreaking, but hundreds of Americans die from carbon monoxide poisoning each year because of combustion in confined spaces.
Well, that's no excuse, though, for this design flaw, and I regard it as a design flaw, and it's potentially fixed very easily, virtually costlessly, less than $5 a car. I'd like your commitment that you will demand that automakers install that fix.
I thank you for raising the issue to raise public awareness. The research that NHTSA has performed to date has suggested a number of causes to the carbon monoxide poisonings that we've seen. I would be delighted to sit and share that information with you. We will do whatever we can to address the risk.
Are you saying that that New York Times report was incorrect in attributing those deaths to carbon monoxide poisoning caused by the engine continuing to run?
The New York Times has not provided me with the information they were using for their report, but
well,
I'm aware
this is a very simple,
yes.
I really think, given the limitations of time and literally the fatal consequences from this design flaw, that it's really a pretty simple, straightforward answer that I'm asking from you. Your commitment that you will demand that these fixes be installed, your commitment that you will complete rulemaking as soon as possible, your commitment that you will raise public awareness. Those 3 steps, will you commit to them?
Absolutely.
Yes or no?
Absolutely on number 3. These issues, carbon monoxide poisoning in homes, are generally not reported to NHTSA. We are very proactive in finding the information and learning what we can and pursuing any defect of an automotive nature that we can. We are responsible for pursuing any automotive
Wouldn't
safety
you agree
defect.
with me that
Yes.
this design flaw is a defect that should be repaired in every individual, not only because of carbon monoxide poisoning, but also the dangers of rollovers and other potential deaths or injuries that may result from an engine that continues to run when the driver has left it with the key, and that design flaw or defect can be corrected by an automatic engine shutoff or by a much clearer warning. Wouldn't you agree?
Senator, there are several things interrelated there. There has been a recall on the roll-away feature with push-button ignition, and separately, yes, NHTSA, whenever it hears of a safety defect or a potential safety defect, more than 6,000 reported each and every month, we look into it and we act where appropriate, where the facts and the science take us. You have my commitment. You, in fact, have the commitment of each and every of the men and women of NHTSA who do this each and every day. And I understand that the article was very important to raise awareness, and I'm appreciative of that. The facts are not necessarily in my hands to commit to those being what they may have been represented as. But I will track it down, and I look forward to following up with you.
How many deaths due to this defective feature of those cars are you aware of?
I'm aware, actually, the CDC reports hundreds of deaths due to things like space heaters. It might be people with a keyed ignition preheating their car. So it's not only push button, it's very often keyed ignition. It's very often because someone is doing automotive maintenance they may be working on their car, servicing it, and leaving the engine running while they adjust things. So it's a problem associated with running a car in a confined space,
So
sometimes
you
in
will
homes.
commit at
Yes.
least, and I apologize for interrupting, but I am running out of time, in fact, have run out of time. You will commit that NHTSA's Office of Defects Investigation will begin an investigation?
We will
Yes?
continue to scrutinizing the facts and acting as we are allowed within the law, yes.
Well, I'm hoping that's a yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Blumenthal. Senator Nelson has a quick question he wants to get in, and Senator Nelson.